up, Dice Tower? It's me, Bryan Drake, with the latest retro. We're looking at a brand new game today. Really fun. It's been a few days, and look, we're in the new house finally. We got moved in. We're no longer homeless for the month. That was horrible. Topical, look at that. Wonder Woman mug. Today we're looking at... So you get the idea. We're looking at Unlock from Space Cowboys. Full disclosure, Time Stories by Space Cowboys is my favorite game, period. It's one of those weird things where people go, hey, what's your favorite game? And I have to think, and I think of what I'm playing lately. Am I playing, is it a Euro game? Is it a worker placement game? Whatever. And then I go, oh wait, I forgot about Time Stories, because Time Stories is an event for us. When we play Time Stories, it's like, this is it, man. We're excited. We have Time Story Day. We play it and we finish and we go, that was really good. But Unlock is not Time Stories, but it's about Space Cowboys. So I was really excited when I saw this, because I'm a big fan of all of the escape room games that they're doing. Even the one that they sell at the mass market with the punch-in keys, that one's really cool. The Thames and Cosmos ones are really good. The exit ones, really hard too. This one, Unlock, I've been looking forward to for a while, again, because of Space Cowboys. Check out this, first of all, footprint, small box, right? Really cool concept. I'm gonna show you the mechanics and show you things like that. There will be no spoilers for Squeek and Sausage, just so you know, but there's gonna be an overview of how Unlock works as a whole while showing you the tutorial. The tutorial comes inside of here, and I love that it came with the tutorial, because you could have print and played it up until this point, and I just didn't want to do that because it would take in the time to cut it out. And even though I have a nephew who would have done that for us without even, paying him or anything like that, I just decided I didn't want to print and play. So thankfully I got my hands on Unlock from Space Cowboys and Asmodee. Fantastic company, obviously, you know this. They have a huge track record. But ages 10 plus, 1 to 6 people, 60 minutes. Let's talk about it right now, how it plays. So the tutorial for Unlock looks a little something like this. So you get this first card, and I'm not gonna show you anything about Squeak and Sausage for the simple fact that there are way too many spoilers, and if you ruin it, you ruin it, obviously. It's a great game. You cannot have anything spoiled, or it's not even worth playing at that point, because then it's just, you already know. So the tutorial comes in this box, which I really love, or you could have printed it and played it at this moment, but I'm not gonna lie, printing and playing it and not being able to look at it's a really hard concept to do. So here's the tutorial. You will read this, you'll flip this over. Now I'm gonna show the back of this tutorial. If you don't even wanna see this, just know, spoiler, 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 spoiler. Not like the review of my game spoiler. Spoiler, here it goes, I'm gonna flip it over. So, you're in an office, right? Here's a room where you're locked in and several elements are visible. You may now search and reveal the 5 cards whose numbers you can see. So the way this deck works is, you have a deck of cards over here with different numbers and letters and things like this on the back of them. Well, in the main game there are letters as well, but so this office tells you to look, okay, here's a TV over here, that's number 42. I'm not gonna flip it over just yet. 35, 67, 21, and 11. So I'm just gonna pull out a bunch of these real quick. Well, 25 wasn't one of them, but whatever. Okay, so here's the ones you got, right? You would then flip these over. I'm gonna show you just the TV, okay? So just be ready, I'm gonna show you 42 here. So you would flip this over, because once you see these circles on a card, it means you have access to a look at this card. So just so we know, spoiler again, I'm gonna flip this over. Oh, it's a TV, it's a red block. So the way this works is, I'm gonna find one off camera just so I'll know, and I won't tell you exactly what it is. Okay, here's one. So some of them will appear up here, a blue block, and some of them will appear, here we go, here's one, but I'm not gonna show you the card, I'm just gonna show you this, what it does here. So, this card, see, has a blue thing up there in the top right. So these puzzle pieces would fit together, right, and make a solid piece. What you do is then you would take this number and add it to the blue number, and then you would flip over that card, and if you get it right, it says, great, you've done this, move on to this, or get these. If it's wrong, you'll lose some points on the app, and it may take you, 3 minutes off your time. It may take some, things like that. That's a really cool concept of adding this card and this card to make an answer. I really like that mechanic. The other ones, I'll show you the colors here. I'm not gonna show you exactly what they are. Yellow cards here, sorry if you saw that number, they are keys to punch into the app, numbers to punch into the app, such as 4-digit code. So in the app it says punch in a code. You punch in a code based on the yellow one, based on what you find from the answers, and you go from there. It's a really great game. Again, I can't talk about the specifics of Squeak and Sausage But that is the mechanics of how the game's played. There are certain other ones that are called machines. I'm not entirely sure that there are any machines in the tutorial. I have to look back through real quick off camera because I don't want to show you. There are. Okay, so green are the machines, but you cannot use the machines until, and this one's actually in the instruction booklet, but you can't use the machines until it tells you what to do with them. So you have to have the instructions for the machines to know what to do. So that's the machine right there. They're green, and then you find other cards that tell you how to work them. So unlock Squeek and Sausage, really cool. I'm gonna show you the back of some of the art of these cards because that's something you're gonna notice in all 3 different of these unlocks so far. The art styles are vastly different. This is a cute cartoony refrigerator. Let me see if I can find the intro card to just show you what kind of art we're dealing with. So it's almost like a Comic Sans art, like really cute, really funny. This crazy clown looking dude is clearly doing something, and this mouse is running away with sausage, hence the name Squeek and Sausage, right? Here's what it tells you to do. You flip this over and you go from there. The art is really cute. I can't show you, man, I can't show you anything. Like, you can look at the back of this and just kind of see that's the art style, and it's really great. So you flip through these cards. It's obviously a lot more cards than in the tutorial. You have a full hour to do it, and you go from there. So let's talk about what I thought about Unlock from Space Cowboys. Sorry, that took a little longer to pack up than I thought. So that was Squeek and Sausage. That's how it plays. Unlock, Space Cowboys, Asmodee, great experience. Here's the thing, we played this with our Time Stories friends, Andy and Jordan. You heard us talk about them before. We had a great time playing this. Here's the thing I will say though, 2 things that are not dings against this are just things to know when you play Unlock. It says 1 to 6, no. I don't recommend that at all. And that's only, you're saying, Brian, you only played it 4, how'd you know? Here's why. Even at 4, there were times when we were like, hey, what does that card say? Can I see that card? So one thing, sit close together. That's one thing. Another thing that might help, everyone sit on one side of the table if you can. I know it's 4 people at that point, so it'd be kind of tough to do that. But if you can, it would help. That way you don't have to pass the card upside down. The other thing is, I noticed this was not as hard as the exit games by T.I.M.E and Cosmos, and that's a good thing. Because this had one of those aha moments where you go, well, of course, that'll never work. No, there's no way that's gonna work, and then it works. I love that. I love those kind of aha moments. If you played Time Stories Asylum, the very first one, that aha moment when you go, no, that's not how this works, is it? And it does, and you're like, that was amazing, right? There's a cool little moment like that in Unlock, and that's what I was hoping from Unlock. Is I was hoping that they were going to do some of those leaps in logic where you can't brute force it. You can't just go, well, let's just try to punch in this and this and that. It doesn't work like that. You have to know by using your brain what the code is and what the answer is, and I love that sort of stuff. And that's why escape room games are fun, because you get to think outside of the box and go, well, maybe this will work, and it does work, and you go, I had no clue that was going to work. That's amazing, right? So that's what I really liked about Unlock, is the fact that you can do that. The other thing I would say is that with it not being as hard as that, it's good to know your group too. Know who you're going to be playing with, you know. It's good to spread out certain types of tasks, because I did like this one. In the cartoony, cute style, there were a lot of different types of tasks, a lot of different sort of problems and things to figure out, and it was really good. There's a hint system on the app. The app is really great, by the way. They've done an excellent job with the app. There's hints, there's hidden objects in some of the things. This is not a spoiler. It tells you in the instructions to look out for hidden objects. Certain numbers will be inside of a picture, and you have to look really deep in there to see them. And when you do, that's how you find certain other cards, and you wouldn't find them otherwise. So it's a really cool mechanic like that. I love Unlock. I think these are great. I'm definitely pick up the other 2 so far and play them, but I had a blast with Unlock. I think you should try Unlock. 60 minutes of your time. You don't lose instantly at 60 minutes, but of course we all know you'd feel like a loser if you didn't do it in 60 minutes, right? Anyway, Unlock by Space Cowboys, Asmodee. Fantastic game. Go pick this up. Price point's amazing for these things. They're tiny little bite sizes, but you say, Brian, you have to throw it away when you're done. Well, no, you don't. You can let someone else play this if you want to. You can keep it on your shelf for the great art if you want to. But yeah, it's a one and done. But you know that going in. So is Time Stories, right? Unlock, go get it. For more, this is Bryan Drake with the latest retro here on the Dice Tower, having a good time with some of these new games. Check them out. Till then, we'll see you.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at coolstuffinc.com.